Emergency Management Agency, together with all UN agencies, to ensure that these victims are given sense of.
All right, we understand that thousands of persons were affected by this disaster. Talk to us about being carried out by a threat for the catastrophe.
Well, it did say that all people, if not affected, maybe you're a businessman and your shop is being affected, just as we've reported through the week that Maiduguri Monday market was submerged, and thousands of people having their life raiders, and the market is submerged. Some shops area were also submerged, account that they are having access. Some other shops are now open. The problem now is that food prices is going up, and people are concerned, saying we are going into another food crisis. And then when we're talking about efforts by authorities to houses that are damaged so far, damage is yet to be ascertained, because there are still areas that are still covered with water. That is why the state government is putting all hands in deck on with the Federal Ministry of Environment to check how many houses many houses are destroyed, so that circle of this disaster.
All right, if the feeder senior reporter there on the floor situation in Maiduguri, the capital. Now to Zamfara. Governor Dauda Lawal has presented 19 operational vehicles of police in the state. The governor challenges security aides rising to the task of making Zamfara one of the safest. Theophilos Darufai has the details.
Office in May 2023, security remains top on the agenda of the Lawal's administration in Zamfara State. Search for an end to banditry and kidnapping. Governor Lawal met with service chiefs and other heads of security agencies. Though there are still pockets of attacks and kidnapping for ransom, despite efforts by government agencies to curb the menace. While presenting 19 patrol vehicles to the police to enhance security, Governor Lawal is optimistic that the insecurity bedeviling the state will soon be a thing of the past.
Security has always been the priority of this government. We're distributing these tacomas, mainly DPOs, as a first step. We're making efforts to get more vehicles provided to the police. We will try these vehicles across so that burden will be taken off you.
The Zamfara community and that of the police says the gesture is a moral booster for troops and will redouble their efforts in keeping peace.
Travel far and wide within the country and outside in order to make sure that this security problem is being solved.
For here that his zeal, courage, and determination to stop activities of bandits in Zamfara State need not to be overemphasized. He said it before, he has mentioned it, and he has shown it expressly manifested in the prohibition of these vehicles for the police. It's not going to compromise. That one is a no-go area. Continue to fight them until when they are totally defeated.
Governor Lawal also appreciates the sacrifices of troops and assures them of improved welfare packages.
You'll agree with me that we're not doing well for our police officers, despite their lives, to make sure we sleep. They are one of the most neglected outfits in this country. What I'm doing right now is to come up with some form of reforms that will take of our police officers.
With the distribution, it is enjoy relative peace.
Thanks for joining us on TVC News. We begin with war against illicit operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrested an Ibadan-based businesswoman, Adeomi Dorcas, and an auto parts dealer. They over 10 assignment of opioid to London, United Kingdom and Congo, respectively. Officers at the export shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, said a cargo going to the United Kingdom. Thorough consignments reviewed 924 bottles of codeine-based syrup weighing 135.70 kg, 1,250 tablets of Rohypnol were hidden in cartons of foodstuffs. The same vein, NDLEA operatives at the shed of the Lagos 11th September intercepted some cartons of auto spare parts and checkers powder Congo on the Ethiopian Airlines. A diligent search of the cargo led 300 grams of cocaine concealed in the containers of check packed together with some auto parts. And so our coverage of Borno, Nigeria's Vice President and PDP's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has paid a sympathy visit to Zulum and the people of the state over the flood that affected over 1 million people and affected in the area. According to him, is use of the flood and is here to commiserate with the government and the people. He announced a donation of 100 million naira to assist the government in providing succor to victims.
Good people of Borno State, this is a monumental disaster that has not been witnessed before in the history of this state. Therefore, we want to let you know that we are in this sad event, which led to the loss of lives, and offer our deepest condolences to the peoples who have died of the government. Deep appreciation to you. The recent tragedy that was completely is not it. Has gone beyond that of socio-economic activities, but it has affected.
The residents of Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, now have access to more areas of the state to progressively recede. As reconstruction of dam continues by government, people now have access to their business and worshippers. Most shops and other businesses are open, and life is gradually returning to normal. Senior reporter J.C. Tafida is standing by to bring on solution at the moment. J.C., what updates do you have for us at the...
Today is day 6 of our coverage of the Maiduguri flooding. The latest we're getting this, a lot of people are now being evacuated from, gradually the water is receding. People are now getting access to town. Those that were stuck in their houses since Tuesday are now getting access to town. Now there are a lot of displaced people that are not in camps. Probably they are having relatives across the state and they are there. For those in IDP camp, according to the Zonal Coordination Emergency Management Agency, is that over 200,000 people are in within the state capital, and their immediate needs is food and wash facilities. the state government yesterday went around in the evening to also give food items that are still in their homes. And according to the state governor, you continue to do this until the water finally recedes in the state capital. Today, a moment ago, the former vice president Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, was in the state to commiserate with the people of the state and government over the flood incident, and he donated 100 million naira to assist the government to the victims of the flooding. One good thing to note is UN agencies are also on ground to complement efforts of the government in succor to these victims. It is noted that in the IDP camps, women and children are the most vulnerable. That is why the state government and the National Emergency Management Agency, together with all UN agencies, are coming together to ensure giving sense of belonging.
We understand that thousands of persons were affected by disaster. Talk to us about efforts of authorities to avert catastrophe.
Well, it is said that over 1 million people are affected. Even if affected, maybe you're a businessman and your shop is being affected. Just as we've reported through the week that the main market was submerged. And this is where thousands of people having their livelihoods, and the market is submerged. Some shops around post office area were also submerged. Shop owners are counting their losses now. Some other shops, but the problem now is that food prices is going up, and people are concerned, saying we are going into another food crisis in Maiduguri. And then when we're talking about efforts by authorities to look at damage so far, the damage is yet to be ascertained. There are still areas that are still covered with water. That is why the state government is putting all hands on deck together with the federal ministry to check out how many houses are still good are destroyed, so that succor will come to victims of this disaster.
All right, thank you, JC, the senior reporter there, giving us updates on the flood situation in Maiduguri, the capital of. Now to Zamfara State, Governor Dauda Lawal has presented 19 operational vehicles of police to enhance security in the state. The governor says despite the challenges, security agencies are rising to the task of making Zamfara safest. Theophilus Darufai has the details.
Assuming office in May 2023, security remains top on the of the Lawal's administration in Zamfara State. For an end to banditry and kidnappings, Governor Lawal met with service chiefs, national security advisor, and other heads of security agencies. Pockets of attacks and kidnap for ransom, despite efforts by governments and security agencies to curb the men. While presenting 19 patrol vehicles to security, Governor Lawal is optimistic that the insecurity will be a thing of the past.
Security has always been of this government. We're distributing these tacomas only to the DPOs as a first step. We're making to get that will be provided and maintain these vehicles across all the local governments, so that burden will be taken off you.
The Zamfara Commissioner for Security of the Police says the gesture is a moral booster for troops and will redouble in keeping peace.
Our excellence far and wide, within the country and outside, in order to make sure that problem is being solved.
We can see for the courage and determination, it is of bandits in Zamfara State need not to be overemphasized. He said it before, he has mentioned it, he reiterated it, and expressly manifested in the prohibition of this bandits. Not going to compromise those bandits. That one is a no-go area. We will continue to fight them, totally defeated.
Governor Lowell also appreciates the sacrifice of welfare packages.
You'll agree with me that for our police officers, it is their lives to make sure we sleep. They are one of the most neglected security outfits in this country. What I'm doing right now is to come up with some form of reform that will take care of our police officers.
Distribution of these patrol vehicles to the police, it is expected that highways and communities in the state will enjoy relative peace. Thiefless.
Thanks for joining us on. We begin with war against operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrested an Ibadan-based businesswoman, Adeomi Dockers, and an auto parts dealer, Arinze Ora export of opioid to London, United Kingdom, and Congo, respectively. Officers at the export shed of the International Airport, Lagos, intercepted a cargo into the United Kingdom. A thorough search of the consignments revealed 924 bottles of codeine-based syrup weighing 135.70 kg and 5,000 tablets of Rohypnol were hidden in cartons of foodstuffs. When NDLEA operatives at the same export shed of the Lagos airport on Wednesday, 11th September, intercepted some carton parts and checkers powder custard going to Congo Airlines. A diligent search of the cargo led to the discovery of 300 grams of cocaine concealed in the containers of checkers powder custard auto parts. And so our coverage of Borno flawed. Former Nigeria's Vice Peace 2023 presidential candidate Abubakar has paid a sympathy visit to Governor Bagana Zulum and the people of the state over the flood that affected over 1 million people and affected in the state. According to him, he is saddened with the news of the flood. Here to commiserate with the government and the people. He announced a donation of 100 million naira to assist the government in providing succor to victims of the floods.
This is a monumental disaster that has not been witnessed before in the history of the state. Therefore, to let you know that we are not alone. This sad event which led to the loss of life. And to offer our deepest condolences to the cause of those who have died. Of the government and good people of Borno State. I want to convey the recent disaster disrupted the socio-economic activities in our state. The disruption has socio-economic has affected the good people.
The residents of Borno State now have access to more areas of the state progressively recede. As reconstruction reaches continues by government, people now have access to their business and worship. Most shops and other businesses have, and life is gradually returning. And our new senior State Officer is standing by to bring us updates on solution at the moment. Updates do you have for us at the moment?
Okay, day 6 of our coverage, the Maiduguri flooding. The latest we're getting this morning from NEMA is that are now being in their homes to the camps. Gradually the water is receding, and people are now getting access. Those that were stuck in their houses since Tuesday are now getting access to come into town. Now there are a lot of displaced people, according to NEMA. Probably they're having relatives across the state and they are there. For those in IDP camp, according to the zonal coordinator of National Emergency Management Agency, is that over 200 people are now in about 29 camps within the state capital, and their immediate is and wash facilities. The state government yesterday went for the evening to also give items to those still in their home. According to the state, going to do this until the water finally recedes in the state capital. And today, a moment ago, the vice president of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, was in the state.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned one or two valuable lessons from this video. Do like this video and subscribe.